hope that this presentation will help the participants to understand the basic concept of this seminar. Sir, I welcome DFO Bhimber here in this technical session. Now, I would go towards the third presentation of the day. The third presentation is presented by Dr. Rizwanullah, Lecturer, Department of Zoology, Mirpur University of Science and Technology. Dr. Rizwan has served as Assistant Director in AJK EPA for 6 years. He has also served in Ministry of Environment, Government of Pakistan. His area of research includes toxicology. He carried out scanning of organic pollution in the state of Azad, Jammu and Kashmir. He has published 10 papers in international journals of repute, and his paper has also been published in BBC. Sir, please come up on the stage and share your valuable presentation with us.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, madam. And with due permission of chair, all ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I would like to discuss the causes of climate change and our responsibilities. So, climate change is, our climate is being affected by the main two factors, like abiotic factors where life is not involved, and biotic factors where life is involved. Latitude, altitude, ocean currents, topography, solar radiations, evaporation, orbital variations, volcanic activities are those sectors where life is not involved, but these are the culprits who are changing the climate or triggering the climate change. So biotic factors are those factors where life is involved, any plant or animal is involved. So if we talk about the transpiration, that is done by plants. Then respiration is taken by the animals. Photosynthesis is done by plants. Then decomposition is usually done by microbial life. So digestion is taken place usually by the physiological mechanism or biochemistry of the any living organism. So if we talk about the volcano eruption, this is the major culprit of the climate change. So this is not a fault of any human body. So this terminology, the climate change, is majorly triggering in the globe is due to natural activities, so which is one of them. So what is happening in the volcanic eruption? When a volcano erupts, it emits a lot of aerosols, dust particles, and certain gases in the environment, which usually envelop around the globe, and it's a major cause of global warming. Another is sometimes globe get dimming, so temperature falls due to aerosols. So climate change doesn't mean the rise of temperature, it may be decline of temperature. So volcanoes usually trigger both type of variation in the climate. So ocean currents always carries cold or warm currents along with them. If we talk about the American states after every 10 years face tsunamis. So what is the reason? Actually, the water currents, those are loaded with warm temperature, travel towards western side of the globe. So due to ocean currents, you can say there is a climate change. And if we talk about the Earth orbital changes, if your Earth is more tilt, then warmer summers and colder winters will be experienced. If your Earth is less tilt, then you will experience cooler summer and mild winters. So similar is with solar. Your sun is also vary its position during a different time period of the year. So if we talk about the anthropogenic activities, the activities being performed by the human, then the first one is greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases and deforestation, coal mining, burning of fossil fuels, industrial processes, and agriculture activities are very well known activities of the human being. So if you look on the pie graph, you will see that about 64% of the responsibilities related to the carbon dioxide and other major culprit is methane, and followed by chlorofluorocarbon and the nitrous oxide. So we can easily say that carbon dioxide is this much fraction is due to our activities, our industrialization, modernization, and due to utilization of machinery and coal. So what is role of deforestation in the climate change? If you cut all the trees or maximum trees from your ground areas, so what will happen? Plants are basically responsible for the sequestration, for the capturing of carbon dioxide. A normal amount like 0.04 or 410 ppm amount of carbon dioxide is required for photosynthetic activities. You know that plants utilize carbon dioxide and produce a different form of carbohydrates. Even plants itself are made up of carbohydrates by using carbon dioxide. But if you cut down, then what will happen? They will not sequestrate or fix carbon dioxide in them, and carbon dioxide will accelerate in the environment. So what is with coal mining? When the coal is mined, methane is released over there and carbon dioxide is also will release over there, and both are greenhouse gases that will accelerate or trigger the rise of temperature. So what is about the burning of fossil fuels? Fossil fuel mean everything that is petroleum product. If you are using diesels, petrols, gasolines, whatever kind of petroleum product you will use, then you will emit simply the carbon dioxide in the environment. So overall industrial activities also rising the amount of carbon dioxide in the environment. So agriculture, if we look on the agriculture, it's a very soft picture and doesn't mean the portray of any reason with the climate change, but agricultural activities are much responsible for the climate change. So what is happening by the agricultural activities? Actually, we are removing the trees area, the forest area, and converting those area into the agricultural land, and agricultural land and agricultural soil add methane and carbon dioxide in the environment and nitrous oxide as well. So this is the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect mean the hold of temperature. Global warming, if we look this pie chart, then the burning fossil fuel is the major fraction. About 49% is due to burning of fossils. Then major fraction is industrial process, followed by agriculture, and then deforestation. So beside methane and carbon dioxide, water vapors and nitrous oxides are also responsible for the rise of temperature and also known as greenhouse gases. So with no greenhouse gases at all, in the atmosphere, scientists estimate that Earth's average temperature would be about -18. It means certain greenhouse gases are blessing for us, but their excessive amount is a problem. Like the greenhouse gas content of the atmosphere is being altered by the human activity. The result of this change is global warming. So carbon dioxide in Earth's atmosphere has risen by about 30% since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Most of the increase is due to combustion of fossil fuel, which I discussed earlier. So if we talk about the methane, which is CH4, methane is already by coal mining, landfills, and agricultural, particularly through the digestive process of beef and milk cows. So what about the nitrous oxide? It's related to cars and vehicles, by fossil fuel used for the heat and electricity, and by the agriculture. So these 4 slides are very relevant to you and very important for us. So what we can be done? First, we must admit that climate change is everyone's problem. No agency, government, or scientist can fix it for us. So we are all this together. We got here because of our lifestyle. So our lifestyle has to change. So what's about heating and cooling processes in our daily life? So we should install programmable thermostats. We should check and repair weather stripping on doors and the windows. We should adjust our clothing instead of the thermostats. So keep furnaces and air conditioners filters clean. You must consider closing off unused rooms. Please install insulation drapes, and you must plant deciduous trees on the sunny side of your home. Deciduous mean you are the botany student, you know better that those trees contribute much for the shadow and for the cooling process. So you can conserve hot water. in the average home, 17% of energy is used to heat water. So what we have to do, we must take shorter showers, install low flow showers heads, install a blanket on your hot water heaters, and you must insulate hot water pipes in colder region of AJK like Rawalakot. Usually we receive a very cold water while having a warm water. So if you insulate hot water pipelines, then you can exert less pressure on the energy. So wash industry in the cold water, only run the dishwasher if it's full. Fix leaky faucets and conserve in the car. Like, you must plan ahead. If you are traveling for Lahore to buy many things and you forget one thing, then don't make a journey. So if you make a journey ahead, so plan so many things to arrange in a single journey. So I mean plan ahead to several arrange in a single trip. Walk or bike. It's healthier airways. Clean out the junk in the trunk. Leather cars get better mileage. Make sure your engine is properly tuned. Keep your tires properly inflated. Carpools or ride the school buses. So please support the public transportation and consider a smaller car or a hybrid car for your next vehicle. So please conserve electricity as well, like please unplug chargers for cell phones and other appliances when not in use. You must get in the habit to turning lights and the appliances off, vacuum in the coils and the back of the fridge monthly, change to compact fluorescent bulbs. You must make your next computer a laptop. So install timer or motion sensors on outdoor lights and reduce waste as well. You must recycle and buy recycled products. Choose products that have less packaging. Reuse, repair, or donate. Don't buy it unless you really need it. Carry cloth bags when shopping. Use a refillable travel mug or water bottle. Give your time instead of material gifts or donating to a charity in the recipient's name. So here is my message. There is no place like home, and there may never be again. So please do your role.